Hello viewers, my name is Zahir Ahmed Chaudhary and you are watching Tech Hub TV. In this video we will learn about pivot table. So I have this data, okay, for what I need pivot table. Let me tell you the difference between pivot table and normal table. Normal table is fixed, this table is fixed, you cannot change it, but pivot table is flexible. It will provide you summarized information, or you can say it will provide you the subtotals. So let me show you how. First we need to insert pivot table. Come here in your database, put your cursor anywhere in the database, and then insert tab, and you can see here pivot table. When you will click on this pivot table, it will ask you two questions. Number one, the table range, it is already selected, okay. You can see the dancing ends, the data is already selected. And then the second question is, you want pivot table in existing sheet or new sheet? I need it in existing sheet. And what is the location then? Okay, I need here. Okay, you can see it is created. Now this pivot table is empty, and you can see pivot table fields. You can see here all fields: serial number, client, month, region, and salesman, sales. So what are these fields? These are all columns in our database. Okay, now you can see the four fields: filter, columns, rows, values. Okay, let me show you. Just drag this month here in rows. Okay, you can see what happened here. Now the months are row headings, and now this sales I am putting here in values. You can see what is happening. Now the sales are coming month wise. Okay, and now what you need in column, you can put region in column. Okay, you can see now the sales is coming region wise, and in rows you can see the month. In Jan month, region wise sales you can see with grand total, region wise and month wise. As we already discussed, the pivot table is flexible, so you can change. If you want regions in row, you can drag regions in row, and if you want months in column, okay, you can put months in column. You can see it is changed. Okay, so if you want to remove all these fields, just click here, drag it and put it here, drag it and put it here, drag it and put it here. Now you can see nothing in this pivot table. Now I want to show you how you can use count function. Okay, count function through this pivot table. Suppose I need salesman, how many times they made sales. Okay, so put here in row salesman, and the same field you can put here in values. You can see it is giving me 6, Johnson 7 times, Robert 9 times, total is 28. If you want the detail of this field 6, okay, so if you want detail of this, just double click here. When you will double click here, it will create a new sheet. double click here, you can see it is creating a new sheet. You can see six times this Ahmed made sale, and it is also giving the region and month. Okay, in this way you can verify this. Okay, let me move ahead. So now I want the detail of the 6, 6, 7 and 9, and put this region here in column. You can see now it is giving me the further detail. Okay, further detail in which region these sales are made. You can get this information through this pivot table simply on a single click, but normally it needs count ifs formula. You know, count ifs formula is a bit complicated, but here you can use this pivot table, and it is an alternative of count ifs. Okay, as I already discussed, you can also have detail of all these fields. Okay, if you will put your cursor outside this table, pivot table, it will not show you any field here. If you will put your cursor on pivot table, it will give you two things. One is pivot table analyze design, and then it will also give you this pivot table field. Okay, you can see if outside it is not giving me anything. If it is on the table, it is giving me these two things: design, pivot table, and analyze, and then pivot table field. Come here on design. There are many design. Okay, you can choose any design. Okay, this design you can choose, or any other design you can choose. I will choose this black design. Okay, if you don't need these, you can come here, new pivot table style. You can create your own design. Okay, and then you can see here it is written column labels, row labels. Okay, if you want to change the report layout, come here, show in outline form, just select it, because normally in default it is in compact form. If you want to change in outline form, just click here. You can see now it is giving me region and salesman. Okay, and secondly, if you don't need grand total, you can see it is giving me the grand total salesman wise, and then grand total for regions. If you don't need this grand total, what you have to do, come here in design, and then grand total of for rows and columns. You can see grand total is not available. If you need it, suppose you need it for row, so you can click here on for row only, it will give you for row, and if you need for only column, it will give you for column. And come here, sorry, banded rows. Okay, it will highlight alternative rows if you will click on banded rows, and if you click on banded columns, it will highlight alternative columns. Okay, so this is all for this video. We will meet with the same pivot table with further learning in next video. Thank you very much.